Here's what you got to understand about training your mind, having already been trained to operate at a high level of professionalism at a sharper edge, is that you perceive your environment at a higher level of awareness. And your ability to perceive and project whether or not something could be a threat is evolved. It is more prominent. It takes up more space in your brain. It's part of your professional persona. All wonderful things. When you practice, you tame that piece as part of your way in. So instead of being in kind of memory of something or expectation of something, you're in the present moment. And that's precisely why you were trained at that sharp edge to begin with, was to be effective at a present moment of edge. You just weren't necessarily trained to be present at a moment of ease. So that's the difference. You know, your training goes in kind of one direction. And so to take it back is to tame that piece. And so that's where you come into your relationship with your senses as they are taking shape in the present moment. That's taming the mind, helping get out of kind of memory, expectation, hypervigilance, however you want to think of it, and into the sensational experience. So right now, you might be able to see all this kind of rock and everything in my background. Kind of study it a little bit. So castle back there, it's kind of cool. So all that did was, I intended to do was pique your curiosity, bring you into the moment, look at light. Now what if you just focused on sound? Birds. Now the next thing you do is you take this and send it through your spine, reconnect your body. Why? Putting the mission first. No pain, no gain, kind of American culture. Pushing it to the limit is how you've trained and how you are judged and characterized inside the military. You're situated according to your ability to do a standard level of physical activity, and the idea behind that is you can push yourself farther than you can do anything that you could ever imagine. And so part of that is distancing yourself from your body. So here the idea is to reconnect to your body. And the way you do that is by going back through the basics of your spine over and over and over again until you start to recognize that regularly. So the first thing is you send your awareness to your feet. You notice what your feet feel like connected to the ground. Then you move into your pelvis. You notice what your pelvis feels like in between your core and your big hip bones. Then you notice your core, the space in between your pelvis and then your torso. There's a lot going on in torso. That's where your shoulder blades are. That's where you carried your body armor. Then then throat. All right? What's going on in jaw? What's going on in collarbones? And then head, right? When you were downrange, you had an 8-pound helmet on, whatever the new ones were. They were nice. Man, they were nice. So you had all this downward here. So get into your head again. Now kind of lift out of your spine and then take a full breath. That's the beginning. That is how you go into the inner spaces of who you are. You tame your mind and then you train yourself to recognize the alignment of your body, your spine, your sensational experience, the inner environment, and then we study it. You study it through practice. You study it through your marksmanship. You study the inner environment through physical training. You study the inner environment through meditation or yoga or massage or Reiki. You study that inner space that only you can study in a way that you really like and you find easy. And that's the key piece, ease. You got to be able to do this on a regular basis. And that's why at the top of the Facebook page right now is my first kind of experience with deep breathing. So you can study your inner space with deep breathing at any time, anytime. So that's a super easy way to practice. So you should check it out. Anyway, with that, I'll sign off with gratitude. thank you for the practice this weekend. There was a tense experience that I was able to find a way to move through with relative ease, and everything went okay. Could have gone way worse, so it went pretty good. So I'm grateful for the practice for that. All right, I'm out.